too much movement.
You're moving now.
It's a little tight.
That shirt is comedy.
Hello?
Hello, is this Gauge?
Yes, it is.
Hey Gauge, how's it going, man? This is Tommy with Outsider Tackle Box and Podcast and Radio Show, and I've got Paul with me here.
Hey Gage, this is Paul. How you doing?
Morning.
Hey, we're doing all right, man. How are you?
Oh, not bad, not bad.
Good, good. We wanted to call and talk to you about your fish story here on the radio show. We've got a picture here that you sent in. It looks like you are holding a massive rainbow trout.
Beautiful picture.
Yeah.
See, it's got a good background.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, welcome to the show, and we let Tommy do the intro because I was a little bit scared that I would say your name wrong.
It's Gauge.
It's Gauge,
Yeah.
and so we let Tommy do it. I wanted to say Gauge.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
but
it
he's a
happens
little
all the time.
he's a
All the
little
time.
slow, so don't hold that against
He
him.
just said people mess up his name all the time.
You're
and
one of
so-
those.
It happens. It happens daily, so it don't matter. I'm used to it.
See, I
Tommy already knew what it was.
Yeah.
Tommy has a lot of tools, and I don't. That's
Yeah.
probably why.
Like it's
Well,
like a.
well, because I was like,
gauge or a gun.
well, that's what I told him. I was like, that's a gauge, like that's like a pressure gauge. That's gauge, and he's
Okay.
like, no, it's not. I'm like, you know what? Let me do the intro.
Well, welcome to the show. Thanks for sending in the fish photo. The idea behind the fish story is to spread happiness to the world through the joys of fishing. And fish stories do just that. And we want to hear where you caught that fish, the bait you were using, and if you had any way to measure that fish, we'd like to know the size. So this is your fish story. Go ahead and tell us your
Yeah, tell us a
story.
little bit about that picture there.
So, that is I shouldn't say property, but it's a property that I've fished my whole life that I've known of. But it's a public property that's on the river,
Okay.
and this waterfall comes down into the river right there. And I have not caught that size of a fish out of there my whole life until that day. But I was just running a jerk bait and running it through there. It was a 6-inch jerk bait, and I was just running it through there and jerked it. Did like a jerk pause, and on the pause it just smacked it. And
Nice.
you know, you hook up to a big fish, you know it's big. And it was going wild and everything. And we actually weighed the fish, and it weighed 6.5 pounds.
I was gonna say that looks about six to 7 pounds. So
I was going to say that it looks like 6.5 pounds, Tommy.
oh, shush, shut your face.
Yeah, we weighed it, but we didn't have a weight measure it, but we weighed it, and it weighed 6.5.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you know, there's nothing better, especially when you're trout fishing, and you're kind of hitting. You got some lighter tackle, and then something that big hits, and you know, it's a nice fight. It's a nice fight. You
And
can't-
I completely agree with the shirt he's wearing. Beer,
I agree.
Fish. Beer, fish.
Yeah.
I
That's a pretty nice shirt, isn't it? I was worried about that. You didn't like that or what? But then I watched your video, and so you guys.
We opened the show with
We
beer.
drink
like,
beer.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you guys will watch
Actually,
it.
coming soon, Gage. We actually ended up getting a sponsor from Ordnance Brewery,
Yes.
and
out your way.
Ordnance.
That's awesome.
Ordnance is going to be supplying us some beer for the show, and we're going to show that off. And check them out too. I mean, if you want some good beer, go
Yeah,
check out
yeah.
Ordnance.
I guess we have a certain look to the show. We also had another person want to send us a pipe. So I was like, well, we can't smoke on the show, but we could, if you make us a fish like bass.
Make us like a glass bass
like
or something.
fish,
we
we'll
can
put it like a paperweight, you know.
we can
but,
say, hey, go check out the
Yeah,
website. But
but it is
Yeah,
a
that'd be
family
cool.
show.
yeah, I can't
just a fish
smoke on the
story.
show. I mean, I can't smoke.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just weird. Then it turns into a whole different show.
It's a different show, and that's, we're not about that.
No, we're-
we do drink beer. But
Yeah, we're about the beer.
Yeah.
So But yeah, no,
we
definitely
appreciate the fish story. Please continue to send in photos so we can share them with all of our outsider fans.
Absolutely, man.
We just added a fish story blog. We teamed up with a company called the Daily Reel. It's an
Daily Reel.
It's free. The fish story blogs, when they come in a written format, they're actually gonna be featured there as well. There's many articles, all different companies, including our competitors, are on there.
Yep.
It's just for people who enjoy fishing, but they like the idea of having guest bloggers, so people who submit to that are going to be able to see their...
And it is one of the only places where you can find our public coupon right now that we've got going on, where your first box, no matter the species, your first box is $1.
Yeah, we gave them a discount code, and they have it at the Daily Reel.
So if you're into that trout fishing, man, you can get a trout fishing box for your first box for $1. After that, it goes $14 plus shipping. But I mean, you get
Depends on what box he orders.
Well, yeah, but it also, I mean, yeah, there's a larger box too. But I mean, you get like $40 worth of stuff in that box. So I mean, that's kind of cool.
He caught that fish on a crankbait, and
no, he didn't catch it on
jerkbait.
Yeah, jerkbait.
Yeah, and I have been fishing for trout. Tommy and I, big on trout because there's a lot of trout around here. There's bass too, but Tommy and I go trout fishing quite a bit, and I haven't caught a trout on a jerkbait.
You haven't caught a trout in a while.
Well, I like using lures and a lot of plastics. Yeah, jigs.
Yeah,
but
we'll throw jigs and plastics at them, like
yeah,
we do like Senkos and stuff like that, half Senkos, throw it on just a jig. They'll just drill it all day long.
Now, see what I've had good luck on is for trout especially is throwing out one of those like those rat tails or the fat heads. You know, it's like a little egg worm type of thing.
Yeah,
those work.
Yeah.
I all day long. I can sit there and just bring them up. Paul, on the other hand, can't catch a cold, but
I like those too with the fat heads. You know, a lot of companies make them. Drew's Custom Baits.
Drew's Custom Baits makes them.
We had
Boiling Baits makes them too.
I've had those on the line and quite a bit of fish.
Yeah. But yeah,
so I do when I use a lot of that and a bobber. I like to do that.
Yeah,
a lot of still water stuff.
We use a lot of bright colors. Like that fish I caught. I think it was like yellow and orange. It's not like natural colors. They like that bright stuff.
Well, they like something that captures their attention. So yeah, like the chartreuse and the fire tiger, that kind of thing.
Yeah, we use like, I think it's called Big Sexy. It's like white and red.
Oh, I thought you were calling me. I'm sorry.
Whatever.
I'm just checking.
Tommy,
I was like, hey, who told you my email?
Our sponsor this week is Zombie Baits, and they sent us in extra large shirts to wear. And that's my size shirt. Tommy is like maybe 2 or 3 sizes
I'm a
bigger
3X,
than me.
and
He's in an extra large right now, and it is comedy.
Oh man,
it took him a little bit to actually agree to wear that shirt. Like I was like, you have to, dude. It's just fun. It's funny.
Gauge.
Nice
I look. You know how when you take a tube of Pillsbury biscuits. And you pop it, and the biscuits kind of like fall out. Yeah, that's what I look like right now. It's all bad.
It's struggling. It's struggling to like the scenes.
We both are. The shirt and myself are both struggling.
He's having trouble breathing.
I'm gonna have to go watch that video just for that.
Oh, it'll be on YouTube. You'll be able to see your podcast on YouTube later, and the live bit.
About 10 pounds later.
That's because it's all sucked in. And
I'm just gonna come watch you to see you in that extra large.
Oh my God! I feel
you should stand up for him.
You know, drinking.
Stand up slightly.
No. Drinking a beer.
He's gonna watch.
You know what?
Later.
Drinking. Every time I pick up this mug, I look like the world's ugliest Oktoberfest waitress. This thing is just a big corset. Everything's just pushing me in. It's all. Ugh.
So of all those people who
I do love the shirt though. I mean, I love the design.
Somebody is gonna want your autograph or tip you better. Like, there's always that one person I was like that. Well, just like that company.
I almost have enough cleavage for them to tip me.
Big Sexy. They're gonna be like, is that Tommy from Big Sexy Baits?
They're just gonna call me. That's it. That's my new stage name now. Big Sexy.
We're also wearing Columbia River Hookers hat, and so Ryan McMasters is part of our pro staff team, and I know he's out your way too. So we appreciate everything he's doing. Introduce us to the the beer company who's going to be
Yep.
sponsoring us.
Yep. And Neighbor Dudes, which is the tap room for Ordnance. So yeah, awesome. All right, Gage. Well, we enjoyed having you here on the show, and you know what? You are more than welcome to come back, submit as many photos as you want. We'll put you back on the air. You can submit your written blog, and that, like I said, or like Paul was saying, that'll be on our website as well as on
And
the
it
Daily
doesn't
Reel.
have to be grammatically correct.
It doesn't have to be really.
Because
It could be
people
one
put
sentence. It could be
one
like
run-on sentence brings me ear-to-ear smiles.
I
love it. In fact, if you could put punctuation in the wrong spot, that brings me so much joy. And I leave it there because
it
that's
could be
what real
even
people do.
just like a thought. He can be like, "I fished for therefore I am." Like it could be
Yes.
just something random.
That and a fish photo.
Yeah, and a fish photo.
Like quotes.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Exactly, just a random quote.
In order to catch a fish, you must put a line in the water.
Yeah, you got to get it wet.
Oh, I got some pictures from last night, so.
Oh, there
I'll
you go.
post some more.
Well, Gage, go ahead, throw them up on the site and on the group, and like I said, man, we'll put you back on the air, and we'll put you on the Daily Reel and everything else. Okay, bud?
Yeah, we're planning a trip out there too. I
Yeah,
think
we are.
maybe 3-4 months we'll head out there. Well, that's what the plan is right now.
Yeah. The problem is we got to find 2 airline seats sitting next to each other. Not for me and Paul, just for me. I'd prefer not to sit anywhere next to him, but
it's the only time I've ever seen somebody get an extra belt. And I'm not
to
saying
connect them together. No.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I just wanted to share that. Like I've never seen anybody get an extra belt until Tommy and I started flying together. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't either until you guys told me.
No, just and they come up. When
It's
they
a
offer you
connector.
food, they just leave the cart next to me.
It's just a connector.
They're like chicken or fish. I'm like both.
Yeah. It's getting both.
Just leave me the cart.
I can't decide. I'll take them both.
Both was just too good.
All right, Gage. Well, you take care, man.
It
Have
was
a great
pleasure.
Saturday,
From
bud.
all of us here at Outsider, Tight Lines.
Tight lines, fish
Fish
more.
more.
Have a good one, bud. Take care.
Yeah, you guys too.
For sure.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, good call.